What happened with the Iran war, the energy markets, and the stock markets? That's what we're going to discuss today in episode number 22 of my investment journey. So it is a bit of a belated episode because over the Easter holidays, the markets were closed, and yesterday I didn't have time due to work. But let's go ahead anyways and start with the trade. And as always, we go ahead and invest in the MSCI emerging markets. We got the €1,000 ready. Let's review the order. Buy now. And boom, there we are. And as we can see on the Wealth tab, we are up to €23,500. So it's episode number 22, so we're up €1,500. And what becomes immediately apparent is that the markets jumped today by 6.24%. And the reason is an apparent resolution in the Iran situation. Now for me, that sucks at least a little bit in terms of my timing, because if I had gotten my €1,000 in yesterday, they would have also benefited from the 6% increase today. So trading one day late cost me €60 now. And that's the power of buying the dip or buying at a low price. Now it seems like the whole world is happy and relaxed again, but you need the balls to invest when the market is down. That's what's driving returns. But in any case, I'm sure this is not the end of it. In all of these situations, and especially with Trump, there's so much back and forth, and what he says today doesn't mean that he sticks to it tomorrow. So we can just observe, sit tight, and follow our strategy consistently. Now, what does it look like in the markets? I think all in all, you can see that in the 1 week period now, all the markets almost are up except here China. China doesn't seem to be doing very well over the month and also the entire year so far. So clearly, the main driver of what's happening in the stock markets is what happens in the political arena. And Trump announced now a 2-week ceasefire as Iran promises safe passage through the Strait of Hormuz that we keep talking about, right? And this was a complete turnaround to what Trump said just a day earlier or so, which was actually appalling language. He said, a whole civilization will die tonight, never be brought back again. Like everyone was shocked. And maybe that also led to a breakthrough on the negotiation table, if that outcome of the negotiation is even real. I'm not even sure what to trust anymore. But anyway, what matters is the result. And the result was that the oil prices tanked. And that's actually good for everyone else except the oil companies. And so we can see here that the prices are down to less than $93 here. And at the peak here, we were at 118, a little bit more than a week ago. And I did the math here. And we're down more than 21% from the peak. So that's already a great resolution. And accordingly, the markets are up. And this is the FTSE 100 here. The US markets aren't open yet, but you can see here that immediately upon market opening, the stock markets jumped and now they are 3% up. And yeah, that's pretty much the situation. My entire portfolio has developed quite nicely, and a lot of the losses that I suffered have recovered in an instant. And that just goes to show that it pays to stick to your guns and don't get flustered easily. Now, it's going to be a short week. I'm planning to get back into the rhythm on Friday with my next trade, so by the weekend you should have the next video. Until then, I'll keep monitoring the markets diligently, and I hope to see you next time. And until then, all the best!